Okay, this is Ben Gibson, and I am doing my demonstration speech on how to make peanut butter and chocolate chip cookies. Okay, well the first step to any baking, of course, is washing your hands, and I've already done that. And so then the first step in baking the cookies is to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You're going to come to the oven, press the bake button, and it's already preset for 350, so you just got to hit start, and then you let it preheat. And then now coming to the baking portion, it calls for 1.5 sticks of butter. So you want to unwrap your butter sticks and put them into the bowl, and then you're going to want to bring it over to your microwave and microwave it for about 45 seconds until it's soft. Now while that's happening, you can measure out your dry ingredients, which it calls for 1 cup of white sugar and 1 cup of brown sugar, and then ½ cup of peanut butter. So we can start here with the white sugar. You're going to want to take your 1 cup measuring cup, get the sugar, and then you're going to want to take a knife, flat end, smooth it out until it's flat, make sure it's all even, and then you can set that aside for when the butter is done, which will be here in a second. And you put your lid back on. Okay, now that the butter's done, you can go and get the butter. And it should look something like this. It's soft enough so you can work it with the beater. So then you start out with the white sugar. You take your 1 cup white sugar, pour it directly in there, and then you're going to need 1 cup of brown sugar, as you can see. And with brown sugar, you need it firmly packed. You can't just scoop out a bunch and then dump it in there. So you want to take a spoon, pick up a spoonful at a time, and just keep dumping it in. And then when you have about this much, you're going to want to pack it down with the back side of your spoon till it looks something like this, and then you just want to keep repeating that process until you have a cupful. Let me see here. And this process does take a little while, but close here. After this is done, you're going to want to take your peanut butter, and the peanut butter is a very hard thing to do also. You're going to need ½ cup of peanut butter the recipe calls for. Okay, so this is close to being done. Once you get it to the top, you want to just add 1 more layer of brown sugar and pack it down firmly. And you're going to want to take the flat side of your knife again and do the same thing with the white sugar. You just want to flatten it out so you have a cupful, and then you dump it right into your mixture. Now the last ingredient for the dry ingredients is going to be your peanut butter. And I like it best if you open up a new jar of peanut butter, because it's much easier to work with than trying to scrape the bottom of some peanut butters. But you want to take your rubber scraper, and then it calls for ½ cup. So you want to take your rubber scraper, scoop out some peanut butter, put it into your cup, and then smush it down to the bottom so it fills the entire measuring cup. And then once you have it about ½ cup, you're going to take your knife again, smooth it out, put it back in the container, and you want to use the same rubber scraper to scrape it all out into the container. And then it will look like this without being mixed up. And then you're going to want to take a electric mixer like this and turn it up to the highest speed there is, and then Basically, you're gonna want to mix it until everything is completely mixed in. And while you're mixing it, you want to turn the bowl sideways to be able to get everything in the bowl and scrape off the sides. And then after all the dry ingredients are put together, it should look something like this.